article into your WordPress blog from the web interface. If you notice here, I don't have any articles written, which is why it says there are no articles found. So what I'm going to do is log in to get to the web interface. So I'll click the log, enter my ID and password, and once I've logged in, I'll be at the dashboard. You can see a couple pieces of information right here. So I have 0 posts yet. What I want to do is go over here to the posts section, and you'll see it says no posts found because I don't have any written. If there were existing posts, they would all be listed. I could edit them, I could delete them, and do other things. So I'll click Add New, and this will bring up the Add New Post interface. There are several here, so to add a title in the first field. This is the body of my post. An excerpt, that's what gets pulled into the RSS feed that people would be able to see. Trackback, so if I wanted trackbacks to come back to this page, to a specific page, I could send them to a specific page. There are custom fields that you can use in WordPress. You can select a category for your post. You can put tags on your post. And then there's a save and a preview button. What I did to make this video go a little more smoothly is I typed up my whole article outside of WordPress just in a text editor. So I'm going to go over here to my text editor, and I'm going to grab the title, and I'm just going to paste it into the title field. Now, what I also have is the body of my article, so I want to select that and copy it and come back over here to the body section. Now, if you notice, there are two different tabs here. There's a visual tab and an HTML tab. If you want to write raw HTML code from scratch, you can do that. There's a couple handy things here to help you along. Or if you want to use a visual editor more like Microsoft Word or something, you can do that. I'm going to show you how to use that first. So what I'll do is I'll paste in content of my article, and you'll notice it's all here. You can do different things to, for instance, highlight information. So I'll highlight that and I'll hit bold. You could italicize things. If you notice down here where I talk about the topics that I'm going to cover on this blog, it's in a list. I want to make this a bulleted list, so I'll just select it all and hit the bulleted list icon, and that makes it bullet, so it does all the HTML coding for you. I want to get that extra space out of there. If I want to put a link in, I can highlight it and do that using this link tool and insert it. That inserts the hyperlink into your article. That was my email address. If it was a link to a website, I could just paste in the URL from the website, do that. I'm going to show you the HTML editor. So if I go in here, I want to take this first sentence. I want this to be the subtitle of my article, so I'm just going to make it a heading 2. You can notice it put the proper HTML code in for that bulleted list that I created. It put the proper HTML code in for that email link that I created. Well, everything looks pretty good. Now, one of the other things I want to do is add some images into this article. Now, if you look here on my hard drive, I have the 2 images that I want to use. One's a picture of me and one's a map of the town just with the name of the website on it. So what I'm going to do is click this Add Image button, and it keeps a library of your files. So I haven't uploaded any files yet, so what I want to do is upload one. So I'll do Browser Upload, and I'll browse to the folder where I have the images. So I'll upload one, then I'll browse for the other one, upload that, and you notice I can click on either of these and I could give them a title, I could give it a caption, a description. I'll save that. So now I have a gallery of images. What I can do is I can insert them one at a time or the whole thing at once. I'm going to go to the media library. Once I go to the media library, you'll see the images that I have. So I want to highlight this one, and down here there's a button that says Insert into Post. So I'll do that. And if I go back to the visual editor, you'll see where I inserted it. You could drag it around just like you would drag it around on a PowerPoint slide or a Word document. And I also want to insert another image here. So I'll go back to Add an Image, go to the gallery, click on the other image, and I'll just say Insert into Post, and that will be inserted into the post also. So once I have all that ready, what I want to do is I want to set it to the HTML viewer, and I want to select all the text in my post. So not all the text, but all the HTML content. And then I want to come down here to the excerpt and paste it in. Now remember, if anybody subscribes to the RSS feed, what they're going to view is all the information in your excerpt field. So this is what I want somebody to see that subscribed to the RSS feed. Now the next thing I want to do is add some categories. So I'm just going to set it under miscellaneous because it doesn't cover any one topic particularly. It really is just a miscellaneous article about what's going on the site. I'm going to go back. I want to go back to this notepad file, and I want to put some tags on this article. Tags are little keywords that help identify the article and its contents. So I'm going to go to this add new tag field, and I could put one at a time and keep hitting add, or I could put in a string of them separated by a comma. And if you notice in my text file, that's what I have. So I'm just going to paste in all those tags and hit add, and you'll notice it breaks each one of those comma separated tabs out. A couple things that you want to do. You can hit publish if you want to immediately publish this and make it live, but what I want to do is save it as a draft. So I'll click the save draft button, and I want to preview it to see what it's going to look like before I publish it. So I'll hit the preview button, but I'm going to say open link in a new tab, and this is going to open it up in a new tab so I can see the preview and see what it's going to look like. So there's the article that I put together. It's pretty basic. What I'll do is I'll go back to my other tab where I have my edit post window open, and I'm just going to hit publish, and this will publish it. There's several other options here. If you notice, it says there's a little calendar. If I wanted to say publish it tomorrow morning at 9 in the morning, I could have scheduled that out from the calendar, but I want to publish it right now. So if I click visit site, this is going to open up the actual site. So now when I go to the home page and I'll click it, I don't get that message anymore telling me there's no content. What I get is my one article on here, and you can scroll down and read the entire article. Now I want to go back here to this article. Instead of having every bit of this article visible on the home page, what I want to do is I want to put a break in right here, so only from here up is visible, and the rest of this will only be visible if you go to read the entire article. So to do that, you use the more tag. This is a little feature built into WordPress that will do that, and if you notice, it's right here. So you put your cursor where you want to split the article and hit more, and it puts that more tag in there, and I will update the post. You'll see it'll just spin here, and when it's done, I'll go back to the home page, click it, and you'll notice it chopped off the article just at where I want it. And if I want to read the rest of that, I'll click read the rest of this entry, and up here it goes to the page where the article is. So that's how you work with the WordPress web interface to write and edit articles. There's a lot of tools like Windows Live Writer and several other tools where you can write in a desktop software, kind of like the difference between using Gmail versus using Microsoft Outlook to handle your email. There's lots of pros and cons to doing that. I actually prefer to do it that way, use an offline desktop editor, but I wanted to show everyone the basics because this is what everyone will have access to. Okay, so during the next article, we'll talk about using themes and widgets to customize the look and feel of your website.